We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Shane Brown Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head wrestling coach Shane Brown. And Shane, coming off your first tournament over the weekend, a really good showing for you guys. 4 placers out there. Talk about the performance this weekend and what you saw from the guys.
Yeah, they did fantastic. They went out, they grinded, had a lot of really good matches, obviously. We came in with 4 of 10 placing, which is what you want to see. Had some matches where we didn't get some calls, which happens. You know, it can go either way, but they did fantastic.
And for you as a program, talk about what it was like to have so many wrestlers on the mat. You mentioned 10 wrestlers total, 4 placers. What's that like, being able to grow the program in that way?
It's fantastic. You see the guys really buy in, and all of a sudden now we go from roster sizes of, year 1 was 5, year 2 was about, 9, and then year 3 is, we're entering with 18 guys. We have a couple red shirts, a couple medical red shirts, dealing with some injuries, but sending guys, 10 guys out into the tournament is fantastic.
And one of your top performers, Austin Heinzman, takes second in the 197-pound weight class. Talk about him and kind of what was working for him on the day.
Yeah, it's the first time he's gotten to touch the mat in about 2 to 3 years, and it's been a long time coming for him. I think that it, was a very good feeling for him to finally get back on the mat and get to compete, and you got to see, what he's capable of. I think that there's things that he's obviously going to work on, tweak to get better, but overall, I mean, he went out and he showed what he has.
And the other 3 placers on the day, Isaac Valdez, Brian Krevar, and Zach Kuneff. Talk about them a little bit. 2 veterans on the roster and then a new guy coming in and getting a place. Talk about their 3 and how they did.
Yeah, they did fantastic. Isaac Valdez, it was his first tournament for us, as a Cardinal, and he went out, he wrestled hard, he did great. Had a couple things that he wants to work on. He knows that, I have conversations with all the guys, say, hey, where are you at? What do you think? They all kind of know what they need to work on. So Isaac, he has a couple, small tweaks that he needs to do, but overall a great first outing for him. Brian Krevar, he went out, he wrestled hard. I think that he knows that he needs to just open up a little more. And then Knuff, he had a great outing. He just also needs to open up a little more. So as far as it goes, offensive, we could be a little more, attack style. But other than that, I mean, they wrestled fantastic.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head wrestling coach Shane Brown. And Shane, this week a big week for you guys. You have a dual meet against Frostburg State on Wednesday, then going to another tournament on Sunday. Talk about a little bit about the difference of approach between going to a dual meet than opposed to going to a tournament.
Yeah, obviously you have the one match, so as opposed to potentially 2 minimum to anywhere 6. That dual meet, it's I want the guys to be prepared mentally, physically, and be able to intertwine the roster to where we're not pushing the guys too hard. Some guys get a rest break and then they'll wrestle on Sunday, and then the starters that are going to be, representing the starting lineup, get them right, get them healthy, get them ready to go, and kind of just take that approach.
And throughout that opening tournament, you guys saw a lot of MEC competition, a couple of West Liberty guys in there, a couple of Glenville State guys. What's that like to see that conference competition early on?
No, it's good. I'll tell you that, throughout the schedule, luckily we see a lot of MEC competition, obviously everybody being pretty close, but it gets divided up pretty well with these tournaments, which is nice to where, now we go into dual meets, we can see other competition. So, like, if you look at our schedule, we've got different divisions. We're going against a couple D3, a couple D2 that are out of conference, and then some NAI as well. So.
And finally, talk about some of your goals this week. Obviously, Frostburg first, then the tournament. Talk about how you're approaching the week.
I just want the guys to learn right now. Like I said, we have a young roster, so this is the first year where I think we'll be able to have the duels where we're not worried about, fulfilling the roster or the lineup size. We actually have guys that we can kind of intertwine, but the challenge there is keeping them healthy, having them ready, and then, being able to compete in all the events.
Thanks, Shane. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.